Hey, it's MK, and I am back with another Baby Got Scraps, and this one is going to be a super fast and simple layout. I pulled out a couple gears that I have already done for a mixed media layout, but they were just leftovers. I also pulled out some uber old, I think they were like photo hanger, dealio. I don't know, you guys, but I have a couple of those left in my stash. I also cut apart a 6 by 6.5 by 6.5 Kaiser Craft, kind of like a collage paper. So I went ahead and fussy cut all of them. I have a leftover spark plug from Janet, who is Galaxy Girl Creations here on YouTube. And then I'm so excited that I received a really cool package from Ginger. She is here on YouTube as well, Ginger Bush, and I will link her channel down below because I don't know, but I got these really cool steampunk items because they did a swap. So the first one that is this awesome gnome from Jacque Marrs, and then this one is a collaged tag, which is just fascinating. And it is from Debbie Johnson. So I was so stoked that I got to use 2 of these. I have a ton of these. You guys, they gifted me, Ginger gifted me a ton of the pre-made little steampunk embellishments. So I am super stoked to be the recipient of those. So thank you, Ginger. And then I have a paper collection that these are the last little bits that I have of this collection. And it is a close to my heart collection that is called Boutique. It was a very, very gorgeous paper with its main focal paper, which was like that gorgeous dark green. And then it had teeny tiny itty bitty little, I want to say there were roses at one point in time all over it. And then a lot of gray leaves. And so that made the paper. So by itself, without that paper, it's kind of sort of hard for me to use this paper. So I'm going to try. And I decided to pull out some really old photos. So the photos aren't old, but the place in the photos is. It's back from the 1800s. This is Bodie, California, and it is classified as the, what is it called? The town frozen in time is what it is classified as, because everybody just, once the disaster happened in Bodie, California, which you guys can look it up in Wikipedia, I won't educate you today. I'm sorry. Because I have so many photos, I might end up educating you anyways. But they just left, like slowly but surely, because of the disaster. They totally left, but they left a ton of things behind. Like there's furniture in all the homes. There's bits and pieces in the stores. There's everything. And I mean, you can tell it's been pilfered and plundered and all that other good stuff that pirates do, or other people. But when they decided to create it as a, I think it's a national park, then they started preserving what was left. And so this happens to be the automobile shop, which is right next door to the post office and bar. I thought that was kind of cool. I love reading up on Bodie, by the way. And, I'm almost to the point where I can memorize every single story that there is. But this collection that I'm using right now, it goes really well with the auto shop. It really does go. There's yellows, there's greens, there's that aqua-y blue inside the store that I could get a picture. Now this picture is through the store window. You can't actually go in to go look at all the things. But I thought that it was kind of cool that just this stuff was just there, that it was left right there. And I mean, I just wish that that part of Bodie's history was available, because if people lived there, why wouldn't they pack up and take the things with them? That's what I didn't understand. I just don't understand how everything, I get the building's still there and I get everything still there. Maybe possibly the furniture too, but there's places in there that even the clothes are still hanging in the closet. So that's what just fascinates me the most, is what really happened to make everybody just leave everything. There's cars parked. There's, I get the equipment, but cars that they could have, packed up and took with, unless they weren't in working order. I'm not sure. But anyways, to get back to the layout, I do know that my photo on the right is upside down. I will fix that here in a few. But first off, this aqua paper, I remembered I was going to use it as my journaling spot because it's nice and pastel-y enough to do that. But when I first cut it, I accidentally forgot that, it doesn't take much for me to squirrel on anything. But I forgot that I was going to use it as such, and so I cut it to where I could use it as a photo mat behind both of my photos. And then when I started to glue it to one of the photos, I remembered what it was that I was going to use it for initially. So I went out and I pulled out my notebook punch that someone gifted me from Tuesday Morning. So thank you very, very much. That was a couple years ago, and they brought it to me at a retreat. And I've been using it ever since. So I want to thank you for finding that for me. And then I went ahead and I took an uber old journaling spot stamp set by Close to My Heart and went ahead and stamped my journaling lines. And now I'm going to, once my OCD kicks out, I'm going to decorate the rest of the layout. So I don't end up using a whole lot of scraps. Now I definitely could have. I probably could have, just done more strips, done more, banners and things like that. And I just kind of felt like, you know what, this is perfect. It has the colors. And it has everything that is kind of in, like, I don't want to say the chaos, but it's got a mood and feel of what is inside the auto shop is where I'm at right now. So I'm going to go ahead and put some of this gilding wax in silver onto my spark plug. Now, when I first started creating this, I thought, I'm going to make the plug part actual silver because, that's what a real plug looks like. But down below, normally it's ceramic, which is usually white. I'm not sure if you can purchase them in any color, but the next part is usually ceramic. And I didn't want it to be white because then I felt like it was going to be too much like the silver. So I went ahead and I just took my gel pen, and inside is etched or engraved the word life. And that's going to be part of my title. So I'm going to have a really small title on this, only because I've got probably 12 more layouts to create with this trip of Bodhi because I absolutely love it to death. And so some of the titles are going to be really, really big, and some of them are going to be pretty small, just because of the fact that, if you keep flipping the page in the album and it's title after title after title, it doesn't give your eye anything else to look at. Your eye kind of just goes to the title, maybe the journaling, a photo or two, and then all of a sudden it skips to the next one. So if you don't give it a title to rest on, then your eye will start looking for the other things. It will start, trying to see what else is there that, isn't readable, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Because I know for me, my eyes go straight to something that I can read, if it is there. And if it's not there, that's when I start taking in all of the other elements. So just thought I'd throw that out there. All right, going ahead and putting down some of these elements. I do like the addition of the it's kind of a dingy green more than the aqua green that I have, but they do blend in pretty well together to where you could say that they're the same color, but they're at least the same tone. As far as the pastel-y side of it goes. So I really like the fact that I was able to use up some of these images, and I think I will get better use out of this paper with it being cut up elements rather than the paper itself, because I just probably couldn't decide which element to cover up and whatnot. So anyways, and I do have another sheet of this paper should I choose to want to use it as paper. Gonna go ahead and pop up this really cool gnome. I honestly didn't think I would ever put a gnome on a layout, but he is really cool. He matches to a T. I could not believe it when I was going through that whole pile. He was the first thing that popped out, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. I have to use the gnome. Thank you, Jacque Marrs, for creating these really cute embellishments. I so appreciate it. I am so sorry. Dorothy Johnson, thank you for your tag, because it is just beautiful and matches as well. I just couldn't believe when I pulled them out and how well that they spoke my language, and also were perfect addition to this layout. Made it super quick and easy to put the layout together, in all honesty. And if you guys are interested, Ginger puts together a small little embellishment swap on the RTS Facebook group, which is Record the Story. It is Janet, give me a second, Madsen's Facebook channel, YouTube channel. So they created a Facebook group in honor of the YouTube channel. And they do all sorts of challenges and whatnot. And then they started doing embellishment swaps, and you just sign up. It's these small little swaps. You don't want to make them too bulky, because they are put in an envelope and saves, you postage is kind of what it is. But yes, you get to, you get all these different and wonderful embellishments when you do sign up. Now, there are larger swaps to sign up for, or there's smaller swaps where you only do about 4 of them. In order to, kind of keep up with, what you've got going on in your life, if you can do a smaller swap. It is kind of cool, you guys. So yeah, check out that. I will have the link down below as well for that group, because it is kind of cool if you guys are not a part of it. Just all the really cool different things. And the conversations are awesome too, because they help with organization. They help with, and I say they, but it's the whole group as a whole. So there's not like just one person, initiating all of the stuff or coming up with the ideas. It's all as a whole. And it's just really cool, because there's no stress, and there's no nothing, you guys. It's awesome. It's an awesome group. All Facebook groups that I know of and I'm a part of are awesome groups, by the way. So anyways, going ahead and adding a few of the gears that I punched out. I just used my circle punches where they fit, to get the gears punched out of the paper. I did cut apart a few of the elements, so that way the words kind of made more sense, because not all of the words did. And then my title is just 1979 Life, because that was the last year that Bodie ended up, being the town of Bodie. And so I thought that this is what it looked like in 1979, and now it is frozen in time, forever and a day. And I thought that the title and the date was perfect. I didn't want to try to guess, at when this shop actually closed down. I just know that, Bodie's town life became cease and desist in 1879. That was 100 years before I was born, by the way, if you guys are curious about that. And that is it. I am done. I absolutely am thrilled with how quick and simple and easy this layout came together. I love all the little elements for me to look at, and how the little tag just goes in with all the other elements I added. My little gnome guy is just adorable. I can't get over him at all. And be sure to check out everyone else that is playing along with Baby Got Scraps, and I will check y'all later. Bye.